who has done work over years on temperament and come out with comprehensive books and series to counter. Please give me one. Just one. Give me one thing.
No.
Exactly. So
that is the point I was also for then the onus lies on the Ghanaian clergy.
You also equally until that happens.
You don't get it because we don't have it. You are surprised we're having certain challenges.
It is not.
No.
It's
not. I use the mention of Tim Lai to raise a point that we are having cultural imperialism subliminally, and we should check it.
So then your submission should be about encouragement. Your submission should be about encouragement.
So
yes. You should now encourage African authors
to do
write more.
To do work.
More.
Yes.
And to do work.
Yeah, they have to do the work.
So it is not. It is
so because they have not done a lot of work. Do you know what we are doing? No. We are borrowing the one that is available, and we are not checking the nuances.
Have you read any of Tim Lahey's books?
Yes.
Which of them have you read?
The way you acted, the way how you act.
The titles, no, I'm not. But there's thing about love language and
that's not Tim Lahey.
That's Gary Chapman.
That's not Tim Lahey.
Tim Lahey, it's on my shelf. I've not. I have to be fair. The reason why
then we can't have this conversation. Then we can't have this conversation. Then
when
I mentioned Tim Lahey,
listen. Apart from Chapman and Tim Lahey, and sometimes Joyce Meyer,
these are two different people.
I don't see Ghanaian or African authors on marriage.
Do you go looking for African authors?
They are there.
No.
Even Pastor Dag, Bishop Dag has the book, the model marriage.
Who else?
I'm not talking about.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he has a book.
Even Archbishop Ajinasari has books.
Yes, are they top of mind?
Yes, they are.
See, I'm bringing an issue that you are all helping me to solve.
No, but they are.
But
the books are top of mind. We choose.
If you want to know, you
No.
Yes,
I wasn't making
top of mind. The fact that's not top of mind is KB's problem.
Preference.
Isn't top of mind.
No, it's preference. I'm sorry, it's preference. You cannot make
it's
me.
like the
or when you ask someone what he or she mentions is what you go for.
Fortunately for us, we have Bishop Dag's book.
No, so here's what.
How
about this?
Is it top of mind?
So
if it was top of mind, you would have mentioned our instead of Tim Lahey.
It doesn't have to be. What you go searching for is what you find.
Not necessarily.
Mine is not even marriage.
The top two beverages in the world is Coke and Pepsi. It is not that I went searching for. It is in your face. The telecom company in Ghana is empty. I didn't go search for. It is the case, and it is in your face.
Is there Ghanaian book on temperament?
If our Ghanaian clergy is making it in our face, we will get to know. The fact that I have to go searching means that it is not in your face, and we have to set up.
The publicity and money too is different.
Not necessarily. You mentioned because
even the cost of production.
Apostle Femi Lazarus just said the fact that everybody likes it does not mean that
you should go for it.
I'm saying
so you cannot say
you have a decision to make.
It is something that
if you want it, you look for it.
What do you go looking for?
Exactly.
Do you? No.
What is available?
KB,
no.
Don't skip it.
Then you don't know what you want.
You must be honest in the conversation.
Are not serious. No,
when you enter a library, when you enter a bookshop, do you go looking for African authors? Be honest with yourself.
I grew up on African authors.
How many?
Therein lies your bias.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
Not necessarily.
Anyway, let's you can jump onto the conversation and send us your WhatsApp message on 020-343-8710. Send us your WhatsApp message. Why is it that there are too many perspectives on marriages and relationships today? And also the millennials expressing a lot of regret when it comes to marriage. Send us your message 020-343-8710. In a few minutes, we'll be opening the phone lines for you to contribute to this particular.
Can I finish
does she
what
know
I was
sweet?
going to
Is
say?
it Sweet Valley Low or Sweet Valley High? Which is which? Does she know?
Have you heard of it before?
Have you heard of it before?
I've heard of it. I've read Monster High. I'm coming. I've read all of it. When I was in school, I was
African
blessed.
No, I'm coming.
No, I was blessed to go to a school that placed emphasis on reading.
Reading African literature or Western literature?
Can you just allow me to get there? So that when you go to the library, they had a healthy mix of all of it.
Okay.
When I was in GSS 1, the very first literature book I read was Dilemma of a Goose by Ama Atedu. By the time I left JSS,
was
I had done
relationship.
Do you know I'm coming. You said African writers. You didn't narrow it down to no. Hold it.
Sweet Valley High or Low.
You are not being fair. You are not allowing her to make.
So the thing is that when you go,
no. You see, I don't need a lecture as a way.
You will get it anyways because I am making my point.
Okay,
no. I'm
Sweet
making
Valley
a
Low of Sweet Valley High.
I know all of that.
I know she knows it is because one, it is Western. We didn't have African versions for her generation to consume.
No.
She only knows the Western one.
I didn't finish. You didn't let me finish. You didn't even let me finish.
People trooped to the National Theatre to watch The Gods Are Not
I
to
know,
Blame.
no, I know
Primarily
Koda,
also because
Koda.
at that time,
do you know a book of Granny Sangoma? Have you heard of Granny Sangoma before?
I heard, yes.
You know Granny Sangoma?
Yes.
You know about the African writer?
And all these
No. See, so this was to be a title. It was not even. So you see, you do not know what somebody.
What KB's problem is also for.
Somebody
it's
has
as if
even read.
In Africa.
I like the word it's
something
as if.
So
So it's perception.
it has to be Western. That is my challenge.
No, so that is your perception.
It's as if our go-to stuff is becoming the Western standard, and
that is your
culture
bias
and it's
speaking.
very
No, that is your bias speaking, right? You see, you were brought up in a household where maybe you were taught African, whatever it is the best. Granted, that is you for you. So that is your bias speaking. It is not somebody's fault.
I didn't say Africa was
I'm
the best.
coming.
I was given the opportunity
I
to
am
taste both cultures.
And you think I wasn't, or you think other people weren't?
No, the reason why we quickly choose the Western
no. It is
no.
That
is no. You think and we've not realized.
That is what you think that we are quick to do it.
No.
It is a choice you make because when you get to a certain point in life, even with this marriage thing, it is your choice. I just said right here that these 13 weeks or 12 weeks can make a difference. But before we even start the process, we have boxes that we in our minds. And these boxes cut across every sphere of our life. Don't get it twisted. Your education, there are boxes. Even when you wake up in the morning, you have boxes you have to check before the day to mark yourself accomplished. Every human being, as you go through life, we all have boxes. These boxes change based on experience and what life gives us at a point in time. So do not blame anybody. Do you understand? If you go out there and then you decide, okay, here's what, maybe if I'm going into marriage, for instance, what means most to me is maybe say, I don't want to do 50-50 like what the lady said. So for her, that is primary on her box. So no matter what you do, if you don't check that box, she will not marry you. Even if you are Adam Rinka, even if you are Jesus, pardon me, if you are the best man on this earth, she will not marry you because for her, you don't check that box. And that is the challenge that we are facing. You see, I just said something initially that we have lost ourselves in the process. And I'm not talking Africanism or anything. I'm talking about Bible. No, Bible says, man, know thyself. How many of us can actually stand here and say, okay, here's what I am going against the flow? I said all these things, and it is true. Until we wake up and we realize that this is what I want out of it, they're going to have a problem. Even with the information that we are given. The Bereans, when Paul went to them, after he was done, they actually went back to check
the scriptures.
Beyond that, Bible admonishes us to always check with God himself to see that if that which we are consuming, it is healthy for us. And I'm paraphrasing here. Okay. So how is it that we have lost all the values that we're clearly brought up with, and we have not decided, okay, now what we hear is gospel? It's our fault. Let's not blame anybody. Because how is that there are people, we live in the same environment, the same context, and marriages are thriving, and you think yours will not thrive? Because at some point, you made a conscious decision at one point, and over the years and over the time, you judge everything against that background. So we need to pull down those strongholds until we admit that we have them. Whether it is Western or whether it is cultural, it is stronghold is one. It is one stronghold. You need to identify it and then pull it down. And then voila, you have it.
We're 30 minutes into the hour of 3. You're live on Precious Television. We are coming to you live on Facebook and YouTube at Precious TV. Officially, I'm in the studios with Pastor Newton, KBDMC, and also on my left, we have Miss Ginger.
Only female among us.
Yeah, our strong lady. Our strong lady giving back-to-back conversations on millennials today and the perceptions they have when it comes to marriages and relationships, and we've done a great deal of work on this particular topic. I believe that a lot of people still hold their boxes, and I like how you finished off the submission. The fact that most times, even when we go into argument, we judge people against the backdrop of our experiences and what we have projected to be right, and it's a difficult thing to do because, you know. I always quiz myself when it comes to materials that are available to us and how we have a lot of wise, positive, knowledgeable old folks in the African setting who only resort to oral stories and, you know, their contribution. I mean, you're a writer, so you know these things. And for someone who has been in the media circles, and I understood product development for audiences, I now sat back to do a very detailed analysis on what to consume and what not to consume, because I came to understand that the media is a purveyor, and being a purveyor, they have to serve a group of people who should crave for a particular thing. So if they realize that this product is not selling, what do you think they do? They take it off. They now have to bring something that you like, she likes, everybody likes. But then we'll go onto the phone lines to see what our viewers also think about the current situation in the country and let's say the world at large. 0207 10,001 0207 10,001. Pastor Newton, why is it that we struggle to write? Sometimes the primary data you're looking for to support your work, you struggle with it. Where to get the right materials and all that.
I think it's we were brought up in a way where everybody information that was passed was narrated. So no one tradition. This question you asked me yesterday, I was arguing with someone that because, for instance, funny enough, Ghana's history was written to us by a white man. So what we read about ourselves is
someone's narrative.
Yeah, even to the extent of Ghana's map. Yeah, it's a white man who drew it.
Good fact.
So this confusion where Cote d'Ivoire is thinking our border shouldn't have ended where it ended, and also it's because we don't write. So right now I believe that we should invest in people writing and also the availability of materials. That's why I believe certain people who have certain materials, we should have created a national library. Or we can help them build a library that we can go and pick information from. Someone like Kweku Bako. We will let this man die and we'll go and read nice tributes and his material. Because when I was young, I started watching him on TV and radio. Everything he says, so whenever he's going to the studio, he's holding 2 big bags. And everything he says, when they argue with him, he shows a proof from Kwame Nkrumah's time. And you will see Nkrumah's signature. This and you know that, hey, Charlie, people know things. So. But it's because we decided what we want out there should be narrated by a white man. Just like some of our textbooks and stuff. It's white people that are writing it. So we have to invest in ourselves and also help our writers. Because as maybe KB and Ms. Ginger were arguing about, it's about what is available. Because if I want to know about the history of Ghana and I don't see an African writer, I will go and pick the Washington something.
But it does not necessarily make what the white person is saying,
true,
right?
Yeah. And true. We should also have people we can fall on to clarify certain things. Because I'm praying and believing that these old guys who know a lot, just like for instance right now, my confusion I have now is one political party and how they think Ghana's independence was won and who. Like this, our confusion with founders, where apostrophe
S or S apostrophe.
But if there is any, because there will only be one founder.
Precisely.
There will only be one founder.
I think we have a caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon. You're welcome to Be Frank. We've lost the caller. You can still call in. It's 0207 10,001 0207 10,001. You can call back. Call into the show. Let's get to hear your opinion on the conversation we are having in the studios today. Why is it that the is it good if I say the youth of today?
Oh,
millennials doesn't make
So you see now, why do we even have to sound politically correct?
Well,
we have become overly sensitive.
Well, the youth of today.
Why the youth of who is the youth?
Who is the youth? Yeah. Is it 18 to 35 or is 18 to 40? Another person will say no. In Presby, it must be 40.
Yeah.
They say no. In Methodist, it's 32.
Because I even know a presidential candidate who is 60 plus. He says he's a youth.
Pastor Duty, be careful.
But it's true.
I don't want to be served any someone.
To him, his definition.
Ginger, from what Sopho said, do you glean some of what I was trying to put out?
I am of the opinion, before even Ginger comes in, I am of the opinion that there should be more encouragement in terms of writing and also people who pass down our culture. Yeah. It shouldn't just be narrators. It shouldn't just be because there are a lot of
a deliberate policy.
You know,
forget policy.
Let me just move away. Let me move away from marriage a little. Like the primary data you talked about.
It's on its way.
The story of Okofor Anoche until today is up for contention.
Yeah.
because someone says
no,
Charlie. He's
There's Charlie.
He's an ever. Yeah. Another person
actually,
says it's an Inzima.
No,
another person says it's an Inzima.
Yeah.
Another person says no.
And they all have literature to support why he is who he is.
Who's on the
who's on the we take?
I will take all three.
Because funny enough, you realize that all ethnic groups, there's no book that talks about
So
we should write.
I was going to say that we shouldn't write more. Let us research. You see, one flaw.
But how do we get a research?
In the research, we'll talk to people.
No, granted. But you see, we
hold
are
on. Let's pick up this caller, Ginger. Sorry for that.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. I'll come.
Hello, good afternoon. You're welcome to be frank. Your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Adan.
Okay, Adan. Please talk to us.
The lady there is very smart, so my sister. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too.
And you're so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I just did all.
Thank you so much. Please, next time bring us salt from Adan. the way you are talking about ginger, we also need salt from Adan.
Oh yeah, there's salt to support.
Thank you so much for calling. You can also call into the show. It's 0207 10001. 0207 10001. If you're sending us a WhatsApp message, that's 020343 8731.
Okay, I'm going to do something KB doesn't mean I'll still do it.
Yeah.
Now this
8710
doesn't
sorry.
but I'll still do it.
Yeah.
See this Team Lahaye thing here. When I read his, one thing that struck me was the number of years he spent collecting data.
It's just like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. The amount of research,
the work
that went into the book. Oh my word! We do research for our schools, and they, after grading us, they do it.
I want to ask the same question that no slide to you, but on the average, how many months or years does it take you to research on a particular topic? Like what KB was saying, if we are to do the nuances, the question is, are we ready to do the work? You see, we need to ask ourselves these questions. So, are we ready to do the work? And beyond doing the work, you see, the world is changing. So, like this opening Kojo example that he gave, me, I love the man. I love him. I've not read the book, but now I think I'll try and I'll find it and I'll read the book.
Oh, he has books.
He has books
on marriage. Okay,
I think Elder Calvin Amos Anand from the Pentecost Church is also doing
yes. But you see, all these things, marriage in itself is marriage. There are things that go into marriage.
Okay,
marriage is an umbrella. Please
let me pick this call.
Go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon. You're welcome to be frank. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your name and where you're calling us from?
I'm Mami and I'm calling from Accra.
Okay, Mami, let's hear you.
Okay, so I just wanted to add to the discussion that most of us now are spending a lot of time. I think one of your panelists said it, worried about the wedding, and we are not getting to know ourselves. So I'm not really getting to know my partner, and my partner is not really getting to know me. Everybody is just fixated on all the rules and the hours and the fun that comes with it, rather than actually being focused on what marriage really is. And so that's how come we are having some of us going to marriage and leave the next 3 months or 7 hours, like one of your panelists said.
Yeah, 7 hours.
Yes. So, we should spend a lot more, because sometimes when you get to know someone, along the line you can tell that I don't think this is something I can live with for a period of time if this thing continues. A lot of us are cancelling things and pushing things to the back just because we want to get married. It's either we think our biological clocks are ticking, our parents are stressing us, we just want to get married, and we're not really spending time to get to know each other. We don't even know that the kind of personality that we carry, we cannot align properly with another person who carries either the same personality or somewhat close to what we have. So then I think we should spend a little more time getting to know ourselves and getting to know our partners. The people that we want to spend the rest of life with, because marriage is a long haul and it's a lot of work. And if you're not ready to put in that work, I don't think you have any reason going into it in the first place.
Wow. Interesting. Thank you so much, Mami, for calling us all the way from Accra. And that's some contribution coming in the personality bit. When you know somebody for a while. And the part where she touched on you thinking that your biological clock, how do you call that? It's a what?
It's a box.
A biological clock. That's what they call it.
Biological clock is ticking. Yeah.
So at what age does it finish ticking?
They think after a certain age you can't give birth.
It's not they think. Science. Somebody has gone to do some research and decides that okay, you have a number of X number of eggs within you. So
Sarah gave birth after 100. So
therein lies the thing that I'm saying that we need to get to the point where some of these things, we have to work on them.
Wow. And the thing to societal pressure, because all your friends are married, and when your mother is talking,
well, the caller mentioned parents.
Yeah.
Also, hey, go and marry. Why are you home? Everybody's getting.
I think nowadays the parents are becoming a bit.
They are being lenient.
On that.
I think it depends on the kind of parent you have.
We are pressuring ourselves.
There's this lady in my church where Sunday after church I met her. So I was talking with her. All of a sudden, the mother came, not knowing from Winneba somewhere.
Oh.
And the issue is, worry. And the mother was saying something that even made me laugh. That sorry, like nobody has made.
So she should just grab somebody.
So that is the thing. And the issue is about so just marry well and Charlie.
Even how economics plays
a role.
Yes, you cannot.
So the person might step into a marriage just to satisfy the parents.
I dare to say a lot of women probably have married men in Africa because of economic reasons. And when there are marital challenges, they will still go and pray because it's some spirit that is doing you. It is the economy. It is your finance minister that's indirectly doing you.
Or is the family pushes you to stay in because of what they get back.
Exactly.
So the man is beating you, whatever they don't.
So she's not a bad wife. Yeah. It is the economics that made her to make a wrong choice, and now indirectly it's making her look like
have a choice.
The economics made you make a wrong choice.
Yeah, I'm saying that we don't have
people do that. Ginger, a lot of people. I know a lot of people.
So here's what I'm not disputing anything.
The bad choices from
I'm not doing that, but for me, I feel maybe I'm being overly simplistic, but let's our job here. In fact, our main job here is to educate. And last time I checked, this is a Christian platform, so everything we do should be based.
But it matters that we teach people that.
Yeah, of course.
So I was reading this book, Winners Never Cheat, by John Huntsman.
Is he a white man?
Yeah, he's a white man.
Oh, okay.
Well, he brings to the fore a couple of years.
Lord, he's a white man.
Couple of years, and he made a statement, and that was striking. He said, that even the ethical individuals can be found making bad choices because of lack of money.
True.
Very ethical people.
True.
So KB is saying that there are ladies that Charlie, this lady, she's solid. She's good.
It's your choice.
But there is a pressure, worry. Papa, we want to be here. We seen it die. Or want a car. He has his car. He has his everything. Worry. So that we too.
Exactly.
So
it's a transactional relationship, and it's pertaining to Africa because we don't have a critical mass of middle class like maybe the Westerners do.
We have a lot of dependency.
Let's be very careful with the nuances and how we import the conversations, because if you are 30 and there's an assumption you should marry in abroad, you are marrying because you feel it's time you want to buy. In Africa, it's because your parents are broke and you have to be the poverty alleviator.
On that poverty note, we would pause here and zoom straight into another discussion on the show. On Sunday, we have a stage play production happening at the Perez Dome titled Poverty Makes Noise. But
wow, you had to go there. But you guys had to go there.
But to the topic we are having for our discussion today. Last year, my production team, we staged a play titled I Want a Divorce. For the fact that we mentioned some of the things that are happening in terms of, the artificial expectations, the way the wedding must look. Let's take a look at what happened in the Perez Dome last year at I Want a Divorce. So, producer, if you're ready, let's roll out some of the videos from last year's I Want a Divorce, and let's see some of the issues that came up in the divorce court.
Your Honor, the truth of the matter is, he bought me a very cheap ring.
Huh.
So when I'm about to do anything that involves detergents, washing, mopping, I have to take it off.
Such a sorry excuse for a married woman. You and I bought our rings at the same place, and I have never in my life taken mine off. Amma, listen. The rings may not be as expensive as you wanted them, but it's sure worth it.
Oh, please. How much was that ring?
Your Honor, 6 million.
6 million.
6 million
of rings. Hey. You are ungrateful.
No, Your
6
Honor.
million.
6 million.
Your Honor,
Let him quote it in the new Ghana cedis and then you will appreciate it.
It's expensive.
What is in the new currency?
Your Honor, 600 Ghana.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Get out. Get out.
Where did he even buy it, Your Honor?
Where did you buy the ring?
Your Honor, I bought it at Seco, Tiptoe Lane.
Tiptoe Lane.
Yes.
Tiptoe out of the courtroom. What kind of nonsense is this?
Your Honor, this is exactly what I'm saying. How can you buy a ring that is less than 1,000 Ghana cedis for your wife to wear? We bought that ring gold. Now it is silver black. How can I be wearing that? If I didn't love this hard, I would never have known that I can actually be hurt this much. Kweku, I got a promotion. And instead of you to be happy for me, you are here dragging me in court.
I never supported you. Being the man of the house, paying every single bill of the home. I didn't support you. Oh, I should apologize for taking the financial burden of our home. Okay, let's say I want to apologize. Just name one thing you have ever taken responsibility of.
Wow.
Wow, now, Becca.
Just wow. I've never taken responsibility for anything you say.
Name it.
After everything I have done for you.
What have you done for me?
Everything I have sacrificed for you.
Objection, Your Honor. If Mrs. Gifty Akabaku says that she sacrificed for her husband, what kind of sacrifice was it?
What is wrong?
Was it an occultic sacrifice? Was it a church sacrifice? Or she killed a goat during the popular Muslim sacrifice? What sacrifice? We will not play emotional games in court. When you sacrifice, be specific and nothing else. Please, you buy a handkerchief, boxes for men like Bobobo dancers and come and tell us
and
you have sacrificed a lot.
And deodorant. Don't buy
Simply put, this is why I pet the love I have for the law. No exaggerations, just logical reasoning devoid of emotional harming. I concur. Mr. Akabaku, make your point as elaborate as possible.
Elaborate, I will.
Mr. Akabaku, do you have any words you'd like to share with the court?
Yes, Your Honor. I was recently promoted, Your Honor. My boss...
Hey, hold on. Your boss, male or female?
Male, Your Honor.
Male. Continue.
Your Honor, my boss asked that I go with him to our London headquarters. We were even supposed to see the King of England. All of a sudden, Nipa nubi ya cobra. Nyambi kunu ya cobra. He started shouting. Everything about me is work.
Yes. Everything about you is work. I'ma cook for me. Work. I'ma let's go to church. Work. Let's plan our future. Work. I'ma let's go.
How do you even mean?
I want a divorce. This whole thing isn't working out for me. Do you even know what is going on in my life?
Are you serious? You can't even pretend to be happy that I am growing and climbing the ladder of success.
Amma, if you are climbing a ladder, that is your business. What is the essence of being promoted at work and having a dying marriage at home? I can't do this. See, you cannot starve me of love and affection.
Babe, how am I starving you? Everything I have done was to put us in the right place.
Honey, I have never asked you for more.
What is this?
I am better with you. All I'm saying is that you pay attention to us. That's all I'm saying.
Babe,
that's all I'm saying.
This is exactly what I've been sacrificing for.
You sacrificed our marriage for promotions.
What are you talking about?
Congratulations. Now I want a divorce. That I'll be out of the way, so that you can focus on your work, and I'll be out of the picture.
Babe.
I kept telling you that this work of yours was creating distance between us, but you gave me so many excuses. Now that we are here,
babe, you know I need you.
You need your ex more.
Oh God.
That's what you need.
Counsel. What the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here?
What happened? Emotions, Joanna.
Because I am didactically at sea with the efficacy of this divorce case. Now let me be crystal clear like the beaches in Cape Coast. Among the plethora of issues outlined in this court, I fail to see infidelity, lack of intimacy, finances. The details are quite unclear, like the future of Ghana's economy. Can someone wake me up from this deep slumber before I vote for the butterfly? Wake me up now. Wake me up.
You're welcome back to the studio. Interestingly, this was what happened last year.
Oh my God.
In the month of December, the play titled I Want a Divorce. So what I tried to do was to put together a number of issues that some people do complain about in their marriages, and we put it up in a stage play. It was an hour and 48-minute stage play. Well done, with some witnesses, a clinical psychologist, a midwife, and a reverend minister. I think Pastor Newton was there.
Really
so
enjoyed myself.
it was an interesting court case. But then again, Ginger doesn't.
You vote for the butterfly.
The details of the divorce is very unclear.
Okay,
Like the future of
So
Ghana's
if the
economy.
judge is confused, what shall we do?
But to some of the issues that came up, what do you think about it in the space of just 5 minutes?
I think for me, what hit me the most was the man getting all emotional about the fact that he's starved of love.
And the wife is climbing the ladder.
And the wife is climbing the ladder. So for me, that's when a lot of the questions came in. So how did we start? How did you plan on starting the marriage? How did you plan on sustaining the marriage? Because I don't know the full story, but taking from where it is, the woman must have been a career woman before the marriage happened. So all these traits were present. So then the question was, how did we plan on handling these things? You know, and is there no trust in the marriage? Because if my boss says I should go with him to the London office, I should feel comfortable enough to let her go because I know whom I married and I know what you are capable of doing.
But Kemi, didn't the gentleman say that it looks like she's not creating space for him? He's not really against.
So you see, for me, words. I love words because words convey a lot of things. It looks like, so it's a perception problem. If something looks like something, it doesn't mean the thing is what it is.
Okay.
So then, if that is how you feel, so that means a subjective view that you have. Because obviously there is no, these people are operating from, somebody feels I'm doing the most, somebody also feels I'm doing the most, and the person is not. So I said at the background that this is a love language issue right from day one. Because the woman felt she is doing everything to make us comfortable. She even said sacrifice. So in her mind, that what she was doing was, and the man says, I'm not feeling it.
KB, your thoughts briefly before we move to poverty mix.
Okay, so I realized the lady is doing her best to also this issue of what you bring to the table thing. I think that's what's playing in her mind. It's like, I'm trying to go on this London trip thing. I put work because I don't want at the end of the day someone to come and say I didn't bring anything to the table. So in her quest to fix or create a table, she's actually sacrificing the table to prove that she can bring a table. And now it becomes zilch.
Last week you weren't here. Please, table is a trigger word, so please don't use that phrase. Okay. Don't ask. Don't say what you bring to the
that was it.
Quest to create a chair.
Pastor Newton was there. He did have a good time last year.
Oh God.
This year the script is around the church. So I think that you will have a few notes to write down.
Yeah.
So producer, if you're ready with the Poverty Makes Noise video, let's take a look at what's going to happen on Sunday.
I'll make my comment.
Yeah.
Is it this one that they played on TV?
Yes. So if you're ready for us, you can play the Poverty Makes Noise video. Any of the videos you have on Poverty Makes Noise, it will be staged again. Can we have the volume in the studio?
Your riches to get into your head.
Increase the volume for us.
Your big brother once supported you when you had nothing.
What?
Yes, not even a dime.
What?
Now you are sitting here. Let me tell you, give respect to whom respect is due, or else God will judge you.
How much?
It's your too much money.
How much did he help me with?
It's okay. Only
Tell me how much you help me. I will write. Hey, get inside and get my checkbook. What do you mean? How much did you help me with? Say my card, Sremo. My card, Sremo. Don't tell me that again. Don't ever tell me that again. Hey, you're right. Nipa, you fucking power. Don't allow your riches to get.
So there are a lot of issues that come up, especially when the issue of money comes up in families today. A friend of mine says that that's Michael Owusu, right?
Because you are broke, so because we don't so baby.
Serious. I know of a family where the youngest is the richest. When they call for family meeting, the elders are sitting there, but so he comes, and the man was.
The place a call. Kwame, we're doing.
Yeah. Then the elder was angry that me get it how I say would your poor meeting now packing konyana or more to me solve family issues no kinds of
so but what's your take on poverty, family, marriage, life? Just say something small before we wrap up.
Money is an enabler. Get money, get it legally. Thank you.
Get money, get it legally. Hey, bro, from that say, get it legally.
Yes, sir.
Get it legally.
Ching ching.
Man, know thyself.
Hey, then we discover.
You see, no, it will.
No, I just want to know.
No, yeah, it will. No, you see, knowing yourself will mean that you know your capabilities, you know your stress points, you know your triggers. All these things are important to put you on the right path to get the money. Because you see, in your legal getting of the money, sometimes legal may not necessarily be. There are ways. Maybe you can make it legal, but maybe you can get a faster legal way because you're not cut out for this. So know yourself, and then find out, and then you'll be good, and the money will come.
What's the new thing? You saw this in 2019. You saw it in 2019. So that's about some 5 years ago. You had the opportunity to see this masterpiece. We are bringing it back primarily because of the situation right now in the country.
The economic situation.
And also the way there's been a lot of talk about the need for money in almost every area. You know, at first, the perception was, but now, as I say, we need something to get going. Before we get there, we need to get going. For you as a pastor, when it comes to the issue of money, what is the most important thing to you to teach people?
Okay, I think the church, we should teach people how to make money, the importance of money. Because last week I said here that there are two ways to get more money. Aside you working for it, there are two ways. Either you reduce your expenditure or increase income. So in order to meet your needs, or else your upkeep will become your downfall. So it's very, very important that we teach the people to make money, make it rightly. But first, as Ginger said, when you discover yourself, you know what you are niche out to do, because everybody is called with a purpose. And God gave you talent, skills, potentials to help you enable that purpose come to pass. So if we get to know that, you can channel all those things to make them your sources of income. So as a pastor, I will advise. So it's one thing I've been championing of late, that almost all my friend pastors, fine, you can say you go into full-time calling, but full-time ministries, you have to go when your hands are full. Yes, because as a new ministry you are starting, that you even need more money to run. You can't depend on them. But if you have your own sources of income here and there, as you believe God for the bumper harvest, you can survive. Because even if you are not careful, it will even determine the messages you preach. And people will
prosperity.
And people will choose to come to, will not be coming to church, because all the time when they come is about money, project. So we have to know that. And ending with what we did on marriage, I believe that marriage is full of people who are ready to who are ready to compromise and sacrifice. But the problem we have all the time is due to selfishness. It's like one party is thinking about he or herself than the other party. So that's how all these confusions come. And let us date right, cut well, prepare for marriage, and not for the glamour that comes with wedding and all those
Tell
things.
them.
And then let's stick to scripture.
Okay, producer, before we give out the rest of the information to our viewers about Sunday's event, could you please help me play the third video of Poverty Makes Noise? The third video of Poverty Makes Noise. Okay. So we are showing Poverty Makes Noise on Sunday at the Perez Dome. The gates will open at 6 p.m. The show starts exactly at 6:30 p.m. This is not Ghana man time. I am telling you. The show starts exactly at 6:30 p.m. The gates will open at 6 p.m. The tickets are selling for 50 Ghana cedis single, 80 Ghana cedis double. You can see that I'm not talking about a couple. I said double. So 2 friends can come and purchase a double ticket.
And couples to a double.
Yeah. A couple too is a double. And also the VIP is selling for 150 Ghana cedis. That's the front row seats with a bottle of juice for you to chillax while you watch.
Your riches to get into your
and so we'll be taking the last video. Okay, we are not able to get the video. So lady and gentlemen, thank you so much for today. Millennials conversations sometimes can be very difficult and very heavy because you need to bring to the table a lot of experiences, the different ages, what is acceptable today.
And sometimes to laying aside biases.
Very important.
Yes.
So gentlemen have to learn how to cook.
Very important.
It's a life skill.
Very important.
It's very not only for
and women must learn how to make money. Because
I was not making more money than you. Last week I checked. Last week we checked. We are making
now
more money.
Now we are tired of saying happy birthday. Your response is, should I send my mom money?
Oh, but now we make more money than you.
Ginger is a rap.
But the boxer they will still
Ginger
buy.
Only Apostle believes that.
No, but the boxer will still buy.
Ginger is a rap.
And the hanky.
We will buy.
And the Catholics.
We will buy.
Like we are bobo dancing.
They'll tell you. These are the little things I'm doing for you. I'm sacrificing a lot.
You are bringing a lot to the table.
In the studio today was Pastor Newton. We have KBDMC.
Yes,
and also wonderful episode with Miss Ginger. My name is Smart Stitching Nixon. Thank you so much for being a part of To Be Frank, the only Christian podcast that is frank about the social issues. We were live on Precious Television. On Facebook, we came to you on Precious TV Official. Some comments coming in on Facebook says that Pastor Newton to the world, Manuel Kofi, and Felix Wesley Tamaklo says, Pastor Newton, we are watching you. Church members are alive and sending in their comments. Very, very interesting. Until next time, I'll see you on Sunday on stage when I play another character. But on Wednesdays, you catch me here on To Be Frank at exactly 2 p.m. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
fighting that one work.
It's painful sometimes.
No, it's the point that people made that the woman is a poverty alleviator. So the whole family's hopes and dreams are ensured.